Results have firmed up for Israel's general election this week, and they confirm a commanding victory for Benjamin Netanyahu, who is now working quickly to shore up support for a new right-wing government, which will likeliest be formed sometime in April. With nearly all ballots now counted, it's clear the incumbent Prime Minister's right-wing Likud party will have 30 seats in the next Knesset, 6 more than the 24 won by Isaac Herzog, his center-left challenger, who until the final days of the campaign looked certain to win. When official results are finalized next week, President Reuven Rivlin is expected to turn to the Prime Minister and officially set the coalition-building process in motion. What results will almost certainly be a narrow right-wing coalition even more conservative than its predecessor. In the days leading up to the vote, and even on election night, when the result looked like a tie, there was still discussion of a unity government comprising both Mr. Netanyahu and Mr. Herzog. But when final results showed a clear lead for the right, Mr. Herzog dismissed this, saying that the realistic option for his party was to go into the opposition. Mr. Netanyahu will now turn first to the far-right parties of Naftali Bennett and Avigdor Lieberman, his ultra-nationalist former foreign minister, and the two Orthodox Jewish parties. Moshe Kahlon, leader of the new center-right Kulanu party, has been offered the finance ministry. But Mr. Netanyahu's next government will have much work to do to calm emotions in Israel and repair his country's damaged relations with the outside world. The White House on Wednesday made a point of criticizing the Israeli leader for a quote-unquote divisive language he used when urging Jewish Israelis to go out and vote on Election Day because Israeli Arabs were voting in droves. After rejecting the peace process and the idea of ever negotiating a Palestinian state in the final week of the campaign, Mr. Netanyahu will face pressure to say just what his alternative plan is. As Israel moves de facto, if not officially, toward becoming a binational state, so-called BDS activists calling for a boycott of Israeli goods and investments may get new impetus for their campaign, and Israel's international isolation will grow. The Palestinians' chief negotiator, Saeb Erekat, said this week that the election results showed, quote, the success of a campaign platform based on settlements, racism, apartheid, and the denial of the fundamental human rights of the Palestinian people, unquote. The year ahead will be a challenging and possibly difficult one for Israel's new government and for its people. John Reed, Financial Times, Tel Aviv.